Hi, my name is Cleshon Jackson. In this video presentation, I will be discussing Chapter 9, Education, and covering some of the key points that I found to be interesting and quite helpful. Being that I am a future educator and my major is education, I really enjoyed reading this chapter and looking over the whole chapter. Some of the key points I would like to focus on in this presentation are metacognitive monitoring, metacognitive controls, self-efficiency, and mainly self-regulated learning. A few of the definitions that I would like to go over before jumping completely into self-regulated learning are metacognition, which is one's awareness and control of one's own cognitive process or processes. Metacognitive monitoring is assessing the current state of a cognitive activity. So basically, this is where someone is judging whether they are approaching the current solution to a problem or assessing how well they understand what they are reading or learning. Metacognitive control is regulating some aspect of cognitive activity. Some examples of this would be deciding to use a new tactic to solve a difficult problem, or deciding to spend more time trying to remember the answer to a trivia question. Self-efficacy pertains to people's belief about their ability to successfully complete a given task. Given that self-regulated learning is a largely goal-directed endeavor, students' perceptions about whether they can successfully achieve those goals can be just as influential on their performance as their actual ability. Let's take all these definitions and try to tie them into education. The purpose of this chapter is to review recent research on self-regulated learning and discuss the implication of the research for education. We draw on examples of self-regulated learning from education literature to summarize and illustrate effective instructional methods in the development of metacognitive understanding. Excuse me. It also focuses on the crucial role that metacognition plays in self-regulation. Now, there are three components of self-regulated learning, which include cognition, metacognition, as I mentioned earlier, as well as motivation. We relate these aspects of self-regulation to current practices in education. A few ways to help improve self-regulated in classrooms are focusing on the use of inquiry-based learning, collaborative support, strategy, problem solving and learning, the role of personal beliefs such as self-efficient, which was also mentioned earlier. One thing that I would like to point out that I found interesting in the book is that there are several theories that can influence student scholarships, some which are metacognitive in nature, such as motivation, goal setting, and goal orientation. The core of these theories are self-reflection and control of learning. Self-regulated learning includes four stages. Now, the four stages are task definition, goal setting and planning, enactment, and adaptation. To further elaborate on this, the task definition is selecting a task and setting goals and planning to ensure that the task is achieved. Enactment is the process of acting something out, which may include different techniques and strategies to help, to help towards the towards the plan. Excuse me. And lastly, students may make the tasks suitable for a new use or purpose so that they can modify or alter it, which is adapting. So basically changing something that works for them, which is, adapting. You have to adapt to that. Teaching children how to regulate their emotions, their thoughts, behaviors, I believe are just as important as teaching them how to count, do their ABCs, or things like that. Because uh, self-regulating uh, learning is what helps build their confidence and really what helps motivate them to want to learn. Self-regulated learning is one of the most important domains of self-regulation. It refers to learning that is guided by metacognition. Self-regulated is important because it describes the process of taking control and evaluating your own learning process or behavior. So it's very important to instill that into young kids because, like I said, it's what helps motivates them.